A good Thursday midday to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com. They represent 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Looking at the global view here of the Western Hemisphere, one thing to note here, and we'll come back to it, and this is a pretty impressive easterly wave that's to the southeast of the Cape Verde Islands. This is the first real Cape Verde storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. Could be in the making of something, so something we'll have to watch. Starting to see cool air advection work in along a cold front. A lot of low lingering moisture coming out of really from the Hudson Bay as the source region. And this is starting to fall apart and burn off just a little bit, and things are going to get better. That's current temperatures across the region and dew point temperatures upstream. This is that very dry, much less humid air that's pouring in from the north-northwest. For this VELCO weather hazards outlook, limited to no utility impacts for this period. Thunderstorms return along with building heat and humidity once again. This begins to develop late in the weekend, Sunday into much of next week. The tropics in the far eastern part of the Atlantic will become more active with the first Cape Verde storm of the season. Good project dry weather with a little bit of a caveat of some very limited shower activity chances. Well, that's likely the rest of Thursday into and through the day on Sunday. Heat indices again in play Sunday through Tuesday and beyond. We're looking at precipitation here. This is the GFS ensemble centered on Burlington. And just ignore this. This is not any additional precip. But you can see the GFS ensemble is in pretty good agreement right now, where our next chances for showers and thunderstorms are really pushed back quite a ways. Things get a little bit more active as we get into the, late next week. A couple different storm tracks, one that stretches out with the monsoon moisture taking a right turn through the central and southern Rockies into the upper plains and then northward. This is the 0.25 of an inch line of total projected precip. This goes out 7 days, and you can see it's fairly limited here, so a very dry forecast with northern areas seeing more than southern areas. And this is associated with the disturbance that is down in the tropics that is going to be affecting a good portion of the northern Gulf of Mexico, parts of Florida, and so forth. The bigger news item here is switching over to temperature. We cool off. You can see this is 850 hectopascal temperature levels, and this is where we've been coming from, and we go down to cooler levels, 10 degrees centigrade or Celsius, and then we're going to see a temperature rise, and we'll level off basically, and that means we'll see diurnal ranges in temperature with a cool night tonight, and then temperatures begin to step up once again. Again, this is based off Burlington, but you can see temperatures going above 85 degrees here, and it looks like flirting with the idea of maybe even seeing temperatures close to 90. That's not even coupled with the heat indices, which will probably take it into the low 90s once again. So we're looking at some pretty warm weather just around the corner. Above normal temperatures nearly coast to coast for the next 5-day maximums. The coolest is off the Pacific coast, where it's been foggy and pretty nasty actually. We're looking at near neutral temperatures in the southern areas, but the rest of the country is above normal. For us, about 6 to 9 degrees above normal. What about 3 days later? 6 to 9 degrees above normal. In fact, even warmer, because it's weighted toward losing this little cool down that we're going to see the next couple of days. Looking at the world, you might notice a lot of warm colors here. This being neutral, this is cold. All the cold is in the southern hemisphere, mostly Antarctica, and indeed, look at that, minus 4 degrees Celsius. That's pretty extreme. The world as a whole is about 1/10 of a degree because you're averaging all of these. The northern hemisphere is where it's at, though, 1/2 degree above normal. Southern hemisphere is minus 2/10 because of this anomalous temperature here. But look at Africa, look at Europe, northern areas around Siberia. A little bit of a cool down beginning to work into our neck of the woods here, and Greenland's been staying cold, but it's warmed up a little bit in some parts of the Arctic. Something to watch ahead is this Cape Verde storm. This is an easterly wave working its way off West Africa. This is something that the National Hurricane Center thinks it could spin up. They got about a 90% chance. And one other disturbance here, and this is what's going to be affecting the Gulf coastal regions, parts of Florida. They're going to see a lot of rain. Here we go. And this is about a 90% chance of cyclone formation. Not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this is the European model, and you can see high pressure rotates to the north of us. It looks like it's good for the first part of the weekend. Start to see a little bit of little tiny bits and pieces of moisture. We're now into Sunday, and then here comes a little bit of trouble here for Monday, Labor Day. This looks like some sort of a frontal system, kind of a wavy frontal system. It could change a million times. That's what it would suggest. An area of low pressure is relatively weak. And this goes into Tuesday, where there'll be a chance for thunderstorms, as well as Monday. And then beyond that, maybe a little bit of a break on Wednesday, before another round of showers and thunderstorms and sets up. We're also looking at heat indices that'll be in play, especially the Connecticut River Valley, some of the southern valleys of western Vermont as well. And it looks like even potentially into the Champlain Valley once again, where temperatures could exceed 90 degrees in these locations. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.